Kyrie Irving. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Christie in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, in the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 spot. Well, thinking back to last year, the first ever NBA Cup, the Lakers beating the Pacers in the final 123-109. And LeBron James was named MVP of the tournament.
And Anthony Davis went off in the final, 41-20. For the Pacers, yes, they lost that championship game, but the experience was huge for them. And I think really helped them with a deep playoff run.
And Davis with the basket on the assist by Irving.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Young outside. They set the screen to the inside. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And stolen by Okongwu. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. Davis with a screen on Okongwu. Irving, good.
Almost effortless looking. Kyrie's motion inside is so well practiced.
Here's Young, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
For the screen on Young. Pass to Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
How about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
And here's Young. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. Inside, here's Okongwu. Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here is Irving. This game out 36 points for him.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
And making his third All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill in elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch, Kevin, as any player in this league. With his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
And here's Irving, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
Well, there you have it, their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Irving. Davis with a screen on Young. Here's Irving. He's off on that one. Good D by Johnson. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Daniels. Johnson the screen. On the wing, Johnson. 6 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Such a talent. Kyrie does certain things offensively that few others will even attempt.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
On its way from Young for 2, and again it's Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thompson in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Lakers in L.A.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Okongwu. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now Irving. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. Out to Thompson. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, he's a terrific distributor. When you leave someone open on Young's team, he's going to find them.
Out to Thompson. It's stolen. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Ooh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Gafford. Crafty move, and he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Johnson with a screen on Thompson. Here's Daniels over Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis. And you compare a game like this to playoff-level intensity? I mean, how close is it?
Not much difference on the floor. I mean, these guys are going at it. I think the main difference is the crowd. Obviously, a bit more balanced in terms of rooting interest than we would see in the postseason.
LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. And Dallas also making the switch. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
And the Hawks with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Here's Young, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Lock at 6. Here's Johnson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Lively a screen on Johnson. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive, and Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific.
Here's Irving. 10 points for him. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Young's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Lively. Back to Irving. Outside, Martin. And Capella sends it back.
An emphatic block by Capella, using his size and strength to shut the offense down.
And the Hawks making a change here. Risacher checked in. On its way from Young for two. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Takes it off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Hawks lead.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Irving against Young. Now here's LeVert. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everyone. This is the second annual NBA Cup Championship game. It's the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Irving is out there with Hardy, and it's Martin in at the small forward.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Pass to Risacher, and he drives in, and the dunk by Risacher.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the sides.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Lively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
One interesting note about tonight's game, unlike the rest of the cup, Greg, this does not count towards the regular season standings.
Yeah, so each of these teams will play an extra game during the season, but hey, you ask these guys, and they don't mind at all.
Here's Irving following the 3 by Atlanta. Lively with the screen. Irving drives in, fires for 3. It's good. And the Hawks lead has got back down to 3 on the basket from Hardy.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Capella. Nothing on the board. Here's Risacher. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Irving, and the layup is good. Irving's got 16 points.
And guys, making it look effortless right now. Irving doing whatever he wants on offense.
Pass to Risacher. In the corner, it's Capella. Now, Mann shoots over Washington. Mann can't hit. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Outside for Martin. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's 3-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the 3-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Thompson. he's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend. But, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And a strong finish with two hands.
And you see the open floor speed of LeVert, a great athlete who just needs to stay healthy to reach his potential.
Washington with the screen on LeVert. Pass to Washington. Outside for Martin. Irving against LeVert. Fires from the line. Here's Washington. Second chance shot. And good that time. Washington's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Reza Shea with it. He's got 5. He gets it in there. Reza Shea has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Irving passes to Lively. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Anthony Davis is checked in for Washington. Christie comes in for Caleb Martin. And it's Klay Thompson in for Harden. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Mann's checked in for Atlanta. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks on D. They trail by 1. Here's Mann. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Pacers.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The Mavericks, number 1.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number 1, your team is elite at the defensive end.
Now, here's LeVert. He had 19 points in the win against Indiana. Okongwu with a screen on Christie. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can't interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
Atlanta making some changes. Jalen Johnson comes in for George Niang. And Daniels subbed in for Terrence Mann. Now, here is Irving. He's got 18. For this screen on Young. Irving drives in. It's good. Irving's got 20.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Okongwu with a screen on Christie. Here's Daniels, and he jams it with authority.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
For this screen on Young. Davis in the corner. Davis. The rebound by Johnson. Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Produced screen on Young. Irving with it. Okongwu covering. Davis gets a wide open look. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Davis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Okongwu with a screen on Christie. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Davis. No good on the shot. Johnson with some nice D. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
And last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
His improvement has been off the charts. Sure has. Reza Shea, he's checked in for LeVert. And Dallas also making a switch. Prosper's checked in. Irving can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. On the wing, Daniels. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Irving attacking, poked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 1:11 left to play here in the half. Young against Irving. Pass to Christie. Back to Irving. Clock is at 3. Here he goes. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Reza Shea with it. Daniels with it. Picked up by Thompson. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Caleb Martin's checked in for the Mavericks. Reza Shea with it. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Daniels. A three-pointer is right on target. Daniels has got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a great pass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Irving. Produced screen on Johnson. Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Young for 3. He can't get it to go. He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, great offense in the first half. What made it possible?
I think we're executing pretty well. Moving them around a little bit with some fakes. And guys are just playing aggressive as much as anything. If we get a few more stops.
It's been good so far, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. These are good. Let's hear it participants.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
Tonight is what we've been waiting for, man. This is really the biggest game thus far in the season. Fans are loving it. It's now really a new favorite time of year, guys, I'm telling you. And you know, the best part of it, Ernie? It gets me excited for Thanksgiving.
Man, how quickly we go from hoops to food. I'm already getting excited about that big old fried turkey, the stuffing, some good gravy, mashed potatoes.
Oh, say more.
Make sure you thaw the turkey out first, Ernie.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Spurs, I'd wager you're looking forward to this one. Playing the #1 team in the West, it's a surprisingly close matchup, a real opportunity to prove that they're a championship contender.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We've got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Well, this is what Young is capable of. Every time he steps on the floor, he is a one-man offensive machine.
Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Average trail by 3. For the screen on Young. Irving with the ball. Okongwu covering Christie. Here's Gafford. Nice move. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Just beating everybody to the board, using his length, his skill set. The big fella Davis getting it done.
Rizachet in the corner. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And that's 10 points for Rizachet.
And you could see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's Christie. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Okongwu with a screen on Christie. Back to Okongwu. And no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. It's a one-point game. Screen by Gafford. Irving attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And on that drive, Kyrie with speed. The defense can't counter it, and the momentum gets Irving to his shot.
Greg, what a game we've been treated to. Not much separating these two teams.
And you've got to enjoy the high level of skill being displayed. This is not your normal game this time of year on the NBA calendar. You can tell this one means a little bit more, Kevin, and the players also are enjoying it.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Anthony Davis. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Davis with a screen on Young. Irving against Young. Davis dishes to Irving. Outside for Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they double up Davis. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the find by Trey, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Irving attacking. Missed inside. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Now, here is Irving. 26 points for him. To the left side wing. And stolen by Okongwu. 3 on 3. Here's Rizachet. He's got 10. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
And this kid, Rizachet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Davis sets a screen. Here's Irving. Davis up top. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, and the pump had to be jumping on that one. Davis just too good.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Christie. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And here's Young. 17 points in the game. Down low. On the wing, Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Irving against Young. Davis in the corner. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Rizachet. And the shot goes down. That's 12 points for Rizachet. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Here's Johnson following the score by Dallas. Young for 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Irving. Count it. And it's now only a 1-point Hawks lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 30.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Young with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer.
And from that extended range, you do it better than Trey Young.
For this screen on Young. Here's Irving. Plays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Okongwu with a screen on Irving. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Okongwu slams it in.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's Irving. He's got 32 and stolen by Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Now, here is Irving. And there it is for him. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch,
At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Nance comes in for Rizacher. Matthews, he's checked in for Daniels. And it's LeVert in for Young. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Caleb Martin comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Karis LeVert unable to get his last shot to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
1:51 left here in the third quarter. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. That sends Karis LeVert to the free throw line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And after the intensity of these last few NBA Cup games, do you all think it'll be hard for these teams to settle back into the regular season?
They'll have to adjust their mindsets for sure. Back to thinking about the long haul, not the do-or-die scenario of the NBA Cup.
Lively's shot is off. Atlanta leading by 3. LeVert in the corner. Capella kicks to Nance. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Capella against Dinwiddie. Outside for Martin. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Martin's got 6. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Now here's Matthews. He's guarded closely. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Capella fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And a great display of physicality from Capella. He's not one to shy away from contact.
The Hawks making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 7. Davis with a screen on LeVert. Dinwiddie attacking. Rebound by the Hawks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And the rejection by Gafford. Mann can't hit. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Dallas. Trailing by 2. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And takes it to the cup anyway. Knew the foul was coming, and Dinwiddie took one for the team there.
And he makes both free throws. LeVert against Dinwiddie. Takes a 3. No good there.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And it's the 4th quarter of the NBA Cup Final. So close to crowning our champion. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Caleb Martin out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Irving. And it's Hardy in at the 3 side. Just 2 to shoot from outside the arc. Rebounded by Hardy.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Out in the screen. Here's Irving. Basket counts. Irving's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
LeVert hits both of them. Here's Irving. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 38 points.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Three-pointer, LeVert. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. 15 points for Caris LeVert.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Irving. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Bufkin. To the paint. With the floater. Martin with the block. Now, here is Irving. Martin the screen. Irving with it. He's picked up by Nance. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Both teams deciding to change it up. Free throw. Good, Irving. The Hawks trail by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh. Wow. Clint Capella.
Now, here is Irving. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. Capella sets a screen for LeVert. Pass to Krejci. And Nance kicks to Niang. There's the screen. From deep three-point land. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Thompson. He's covered by Niang. LeVert against Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got 45 points. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Back to Capella. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 8 points for Clint Capella.
Yeah, good footwork by Capella. Setting the pick and finding his spot.
It's blocked. Here's Krejci, covered by Irving. Pass to LeVert. Now Niang. Hawks passing it around. Here's Capella. And the rebound goes to Martin. Mavericks leading by 5. And now an update on Derek Lively from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. There's lots of heavy heads in that training room. Right now, they have no idea when he'll be able to return, but it's certainly not tonight. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Davis comes in for Hardy. And it's Irving with the ball for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. Outside, Davis. Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night.
He's a lot to handle.
Pass to LeVert. Shoots from the baseline. And Rizachet. The bucket on the assist by LeVert. 14 points for Rizachet. Davis with a screen on Young. Irving with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Lobbed up there for Johnson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Davis with a screen on Young. In the corner, it's Martin. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And the rejection by Gafford. Outside, Davis. Over Okongwu. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young against Irving, 16 feet away. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Young.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Davis in the corner. Davis absorbing the contact.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Please give a big round of applause for your Hawks Youth Dance Team.
Daniels, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. The Mavericks also with a sub. Christie, he's checked in for Martin. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. They'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thank you, David. And here is Irving. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Irving, good.
Yeah, terrific feel for where the defense is hedging. Irving knows that's his shot to take.
With the step back. From 10 feet out, rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Davis with a screen on Young. Irving passes to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Davis with a screen on Young. Here's Irving, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And such an unpredictable player. Irving excels at realizing how to trick defenders with that shot fake.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. To the inside. Okongwu down low. Gafford's there. The Hawks again can't hit. Dallas leading by 9. Irving drives in. Pass to Christie. With some arc. Irving misses. Time running out for the Hawks. Young in the corner. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Yeah, Young is unflappable in the biggest moments.
50 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Here's Christie. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. .35 seconds left in the fourth. Shots good from Young. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Davis down low, defended by Young, and they double up Davis. Thompson with the bucket. They've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Kyrie Irving.